next scenario. Instead of blood, if we have a frank pus, is the plan will change? I want Dr. Batma sir to answer this question. Dr. Batma sir.
Dr. Padmanabh? Dr. Padmanabh is unmuted.
Yes, sir.
Can you unmute him? He is muted.
He's not there.
Yes, sir. I'm not unmuted, sir. Unmuted only, sir.
No, it is showing muted.
I just check. Yes, sir. Batma sir, can you hear me? You have to unmute yourself, sir.
But Padma sir is not there on the seat also. Video is.
He must be attending.
Batma sir, could you hear me?
Yeah, he's there.
Meantime, we will ask Lakshman sir. Can you take this question?
No, he's there. He's there. He's there. Karthik, he's there. Can you put the question to him? He has come back.
Yeah.
He needs to be unmuted.
Sir, is unmuted only, sir.
Yeah. Tell me, Karthik.
Sir, we have taken the puncture.
Yes.
And we are getting a frank pus as a plus.
Yeah, there are many options.
Frank pus.
Yeah. First thing is collect the pus and send it for culture. And then what I will, for the postgraduates, usually it's put a PCN and come out. But what I prefer is putting a PCN will drain all the pus. So might well as remove the stone, then put a PCN and come out. This is my, we got patient already under anesthesia. Remove the stone, put a PCN and come out.
Got it, sir.
Yes.
Will your plan change, like as you said, if the purulent efflux doesn't stop, if it stops?
No. Just go higher on the antibiotics later on, because it's a contained pus. There may be no fever before the procedure. After the procedure, the patient may throw fever. So go up on the antibiotics.
Ajay sir, what's your take on it?
No, whether I was anticipating any pus in that or not, that is the question.
No, sir. Preoperative counts are normal, culture is negative, no fever. It's an on-table surprise.
No, if it is well-functioning kidney, and then it may be infected hydronephrosis. So we just have to see whether it is a dilute pus and an infected hydronephrosis, or that particular calyx may have turbid urine, which you have punctured. It may clear once you are draining this thing and it push some saline. Then you have to take a call. If patient is under the cover of broad spectrum antibiotic, you are going to finish the procedure in no while. If it is a stag-on, I think I would not proceed further. I'll put a nephrostomy and I'll play safe. After 48 hours, there is nothing wrong, and remove the bigger stone or a complicated stone. But if it is a straightforward, simple pickup stone, I would just dilate and then pick up the stone and then clearing of the stone. So all these things are not fixed in my mind. It will depend on the situation which I am dealing with. So if it is uncomplicated, small pickup stone, the infected hydronephrosis, I'll just go ahead and dilate and remove the stone. But if it is a complex stone, I would rather come another day, cover him with the broad spectrum antibiotic, play safe, and then do a second stage procedure.
Sir, in case you are planning to proceed with the PCNL, will there be any difference in the way you irrigate the system? Will you prefer a low pressure system in this case?
Absolutely. I'll try to use a bigger size of the tract. If I was planning a mini PCNL with a 15 French, I would go with an 18 French. I would go with a 20 French, so that the entire stone is picked up in a one go, like pulse or like always. So that is the way to go. So even if you fragment the case into two pieces, as fast as possible, you should finish the procedure. That's the motto.
Batma sir, in case if the patient has some hemodynamic instability on table, will you put a PCN and come out, or will you put a stent in that case?
No, a PCN would be better. If the patient is, not stable, better to put a bigger bore tube and come out, 16 or 18 French.
How long will you wait after PCN to proceed?
Once the patient is stable, no fever, everything, maybe 3 or 4 days we can take him, because anyway the track is there. So go in again and you can clear the stone.
Oh, got it, sir. Lakshman, sir, what's your opinion on that?
No, in the
After
first-
PCN, how long will wait for PCN?
so you want me to answer how long will you wait after PCN?
Yes, sir.
Is that,
In
am I
case
right?
the system is infected. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Correct.
if the system is infected, there are no doubts in my mind that I will leave a tube, I will leave a PCN. And like was pointed out, that we will have to see the response of the patient. Patient should be clinically stable, hemodynamically stable. That may take anywhere between 3 to 5 days. And he will be an inpatient till then. And then you go and tackle the stone. If it is frank pus. But having said that, there are many situations, I think all of you might have seen that a little turbidity should not disturb you, because when you have phosphatic debris in the collecting system or phosphate stone or even staghorn, you get something like, buttermilk, something like, the turbidity, and that should not upset you. If it is frank plus, then definitely a nephrostomy would be the way out. And waiting period would be 3 to 5 days. And then during that period, you will see the condition of the patient. If the patient is stable, then there is no problem in going ahead with the perking for the second time. For this
Karthikeyan. Karthikeyan.
Yes,
Karthikeyan,
sir.
can I
Yes, sir. Yes,
interrupt
sir.
a minute?
Yes, sir.
How will,
Absolutely.
Lakshman just now said buttermilk and curd and things like that. How do they differentiate between curd and buttermilk in seeing a patient?
Karthikeyan, I think you are the best person to answer this. We have only our class, such of those who follow Kannada, I think you hit the nail on the head. In our OT, the classification is Neer Majjige, Majjige and Mosru. The near more, like would have said in Tamil, and then slightly thicker. But when I say pus, all of us can identify pus. If you say frank or a purulent drainage, then PCN. But if it is turbidity, whitish urine, then I don't think, you need to worry too much about it. There have been situations when people have gone ahead and destoned, but it is not a recommendation. Safety first.
Karthik, can I make my point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, I am personally terrified of sepsis. We have had a few occasions where we went in and had severe problems. It's easier to explain a patient a staged procedure rather than explain the consequence of sepsis with ICU care and escalation of antibiotics and cost, etc., etc. So if I find infected stuff coming out of the kidney in my puncture, then I would definitely put in a 12 or 14 French nephrostomy tube, come out, wait for it to clear out and wait for it and go and do it another day. It's easier for me. We are in institutional practice. It's easier to do it this way. I am not in a hurry to go in and do heroic measures. I am terrified of sepsis.
If it
Got
won't
it, sir.
clear
Better
in
to be
5
safe than sorry.
if,
Paul, sir, your views.
if it doesn't clear in 5 days, how many days you will wait?
Sir, you're going to use appropriate antibiotic. It's very unusual. If it's
No,
not
no,
going to clear in 5 days, then the kidney is a gone kidney.
Because
It's
stone is
very-
there, infection is there. Anyway, my policy will be to review the situation. Patient should be below 60 years of age. There should not be anemia. There should not be uremia. There should not be diabetes. No cardiac compromise. If it is a fitter patient and a small job ahead, not very big complicated stone, and I can finish in half an hour, and I will go ahead and do the procedure. Otherwise, if these comorbidities and such situation is there, leave it. Leave a nephrostomy. And what many papers I studied about it, they say about 60 to 70% of the time the culture comes sterile. So all this waiting, and urine doesn't clear even in 2-3 days, 4 days, urine will not become absolutely clear. It will remain, some amount of turbidity will always be there. Morning will be different, evening will be different, the color will change. So you cannot depend exact duration. Only if it is sterile, that is within 3 days you come to know, then don't see the color and the turbidity. If it is sterile, go ahead in 3 days time as soon as you get the culture report.
We have had bad experience, especially when there's pus in the presence of a matrix stone. Continuing doing PCNL in the presence of a matrix stone always ends up in sepsis. We have had very bad experience with matrix stones. So that's why now as a policy, when we strike pus, we put in a tube and come out.
So 7 days before we start the antibiotics, and most common antibiotic which I use is a nitrofurantoin and with vitamin C. for 7 days preoperatively for all staghorn stones, and then TLC should be normal, all comorbidities to be seen, and then take a right decision. If you take 7 days antibiotic before and one day before you start even aminoglycosides, I think you have taken adequate cover. Now, if the fluid comes little bit of turbid, not very significant comorbidities, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you see the impression from what panelists' discussion is, a index patient with a small uncomplicated stone burden with a preoperative values, lab values normal, urine culture sterile. Some panelists believe they will go in, take out the stone, not doing miniature PCN, but something like a more than the mini PCN or a maxi perk, and finish the stone clearance. Others believe in that they will take a call and probably go safer by putting in a faucet tube, treating it with antibiotics, and come in again and removing the stone at some point later. Of course, this scenario was an index scenario, and Dr. Paul has already emphasized the comorbid issues to be taken care, because a sepsis with a patient with a lot of comorbidities will be give a very postoperative stormy period, patient going into ICU, and it's very difficult to talk to the patient later. Now, problem here is now we are running short of time. We have taken a little longer time. I'll take a little permission of all the panelists to close this session, because at 6 o'clock, Karthik has to start his new session. Maybe when we are coming with the series 2, we'll take all the scenarios, 5 scenarios which are pending. We'll finish this first and then come with the puncture techniques and the nephroscopy part. If Dr. Venugopal allows me, can I close the session with thanks to all the viewers? I can see Dr. Mayappan, and I thank Dr. Mejisai also, who has been kind enough to spend some time viewing this session also. Though we couldn't involve him, next time probably if he's there, we can take his suggestion also, and we can learn from his experience. Professor Dr. Venugopal?
Arun?
Yes.
I should compliment all of you and all the panelists for a wonderful show. But I got one doubt about after hearing all this. PCN is now done in the modern era in India in almost every center, every village also. There are centers where urologists on sort of practice. Now, whatever we are discussing should be applicable to them also. It is not that it should be only an institutional-based discussion of how we do in an institution, but it must be a discussion that must cater to the entire need of the population of urologists practicing elsewhere also. You can't just say, transfer the patient to higher center. That may be necessary if it is a complicated stone and complicated situation. But in a straightforward case, to say that you got some problem and then you have to transfer the case to a higher center is not an answer. So the discussion, I feel, should be something that is based on the need of the society, the need of the urologist practicing sorrow. That they also must be taken to consideration. It's a small request.